Hey guys, okay, the video is running. Guys, my name is Gerald Confianza. I just want to share a few thoughts that I have about EVD and a few things that I've come to learn about Jacob, Bobby, Kecia, and Kassi, right? I believe I want to make this message now because I believe this message can inspire people to take the correct action of whether or not to come to elite business dynamics. So before I get into the message, I want to just talk a little bit about myself so you know my context. 2 years ago, I started Kindle publishing. I went all in, like really all into it. Like once I found out about it, I just invested all my money into it. In 4 or 5 months, I grew my business into 2K a month, 2.5 ish. I quit my job to move to Peru because living expenses were low, and I kept doing the grind. I kept hustling it out all the time because I wanted to keep growing my business. But the bad part was that I felt like I had reached a plateau at only 2.5K a month. I couldn't go over that because the more books that I would publish, the more other books would stop selling. So in the end of the day, I would always just end up staying at that level, and I felt so stuck, right? I felt very stuck. So I decided to reach out to people, and the first person I reached out to was Jacob Rothenberg. I remember meeting him around last year in an event, but not the event wasn't so good. But I met up around with him last year with Jacob. It was the first time that I met him, and we sat down together. And he didn't charge me any money. He just told me, "Hey, let me look at your business. Let me see how I can help you." Right? And he told me just to apply a few tips, a few techniques he was applying to his own business. And I wrote it down and I said, okay, I have to do this when I get back home. Guys, 4 months after that, by December, I went from 2.5K a month to 15K a month, right? And even now, July, it's been already 6, 7 months since then, since September, my income has stabilized at around 8, 9, 10K every single month, right? So meeting him, actually going out and reaching out to him and having this small conversation of an hour or two literally changed my financial life for these past few months. And I am extremely grateful for that. And, you know, to have someone give you this level of mentorship, this level of knowledge with nothing in exchange, just saying, hey, I want to help you out, let me help you out, is just, for me, tremendous at that time. I never would have expected it. And I'm so grateful even now, right? I hope I can make it up to him. I always try to help him in a way, but he always helps me 2 times more. So I can never quite even myself out with him. I'll get you one day, Jacob. Um, Around the same time, I also met Kassi. Kassi has been a mentor and older brother for me. Kassi, when I met him, well, he's a person that's very well off, very well versed in business, has a huge portfolio of online and offline assets. With his specialty, I believe, being offline because of what he tells me. I'm not sure which his specialty is, but what he tells me from offline business, I'm like, wow, this guy knows a lot, right? From ATM machines to real estate to cargo shipping to agriculture investments. Like, it's crazy the amount of things you can invest on into real assets that will protect your income in the really long term, right? So he told me about all of this, but I told him, Cassie, I'm only making like 2.5K a month. I can't even begin to think about these large investments that you talk of. What can I do now? I asked him this around a year ago, and he told me, you know what, Gerald, you should do three things. And he told me to build a personal brand and to do just two more things around the personal brand that I should create, and that I should focus on the Spanish market. This conversation was around 1 hour long, I believe. Fast forward a year later, I took that advice, free advice. I took that advice and I made my personal brand in Spanish. I am now one of the people leading the Spanish Kindle publishing community. I have a thriving Facebook group. I have two courses out. Um, I'm not gonna tell you that I make 10K a month from my personal brand. I don't. I'd be lucky if I hit 1/10 of that with my personal brand. But it's something outside of Amazon. It's something that is growing. It's something that is taking off. More and more people are reaching out to me. I'm able to help people from all over the Latin world. I'm talking about Spain, Venezuela, Peru, Colombia, Ecuador, Mexico. Like, these are my people in a way because I'm also Latino. So it feels really good to do it. And right now I'm gonna put on more of an effort to focus on this because I've been doing it just as kind of like a hobby, as a part-time thing. But now with my publishing business already more stable, already more automatized, I feel like I could finally start growing this like really, really hard, you know? Anyways, all of this, just 1 hour conversation with Kassi, you know? It's crazy what a conversation with someone that knows what he's doing can actually do to your life. Then I met Kecia. And Kecia is completely different from probably any other well-known publisher you see out there. Everyone's flashing their watches, everyone's flashing their cars, right? Yet Kecia is someone who's very low-key. She doesn't do any of that. She knows what she's worth. She knows what she does. She has an amazing, powerful, motivational message she wants to share with people. In regards to mindset, in regards to psychology, in regards to personal development, she's one of the people that I admire the most and that I learn from the most as well. And she's not all just personal development and like grow and believe in mindset. She's also a person that's very, very well off, has an amazing consulting business, has investments in different things, real estate, online businesses, and everything. She has an NGO. She gives back to the community. It's a different kind of mindset that I believe many people are not adopting in the Kindle publishing world, and I believe we should. And I believe learning from her is a complete privilege, and I'm really excited to meet her again for this event. I've had the chance of meeting her 2 times, and I'm down to meeting her again. And I owe her some salsa lessons, so I hope, Kecia, we can do some salsa at EVD as well. Lastly, last but not least, is Bobby Kim. All right, guys, so Bobby, I can't help but smile. This guy is around my age. But it's crazy. If you ever thought about meeting a genius, like a literal, like genius, like Jimmy Neutron kind of genius, perhaps. I mean, this guy is it. Like, I've always thought myself a hard worker. When I work with him, we could be on the computer 14, 16 hours straight, like without stopping, and the guy is still like sharp, still focused, still calling people, closing deals, talking to authors, making multi-million-dollar amounts a year on Amazon. Profit, right? Closing $10,000, $20,000 deals right a few centimeters away from me. It's crazy, you know, the mindset that he has. We were talking one day and we thought up the idea of like this amazing media company we could create, and I just saw it so far away. I kind of saw something, right? But he saw it clearly. He was like, okay, let's do it. He set up the company. He's doing like all the things, and he's like, okay, Joe, you have to do this, and that. I'm like, oh crap, okay, I have to keep up, you know. It's such an enlightening experience, and living with him is like crazy because you feel like you're working with someone so brilliant, and it also pushes you to do more. It also pushes you to up your game, to up your focus, to up your discipline, you know, and to up your mindset and the way you think and how fast you can think, how productive you can be. It's crazy the things that I've learned with Bobby. He's a guy or my age, actually younger. He's 22 years old, making over $500,000 this year. You know, 2 years ago when I thought I'd be making 10K a month, and the idea of making 10K a month seemed like so great, so amazing. But when you start growing, when you start surrounding yourself with people who are doing so much better than you, you start seeing that you should also be growing because it's in your favor to grow. It's in your favor to grow and give back, right? So it's been an amazing ride, living, sharing, and meeting up with these people. I'm extremely excited for what's to come in Elite Business Dynamics. I want to invite you to sincerely think about what you want with your life. And if anything that I said resonated with you, I invite you to join the event. I really do. Whether what you want to do is learn more about publishing or offline businesses or nonfiction, fiction, whatever, you're going to find a way to do it in this event. I can assure you of that. I can give you my word, guys. I just want to see you there. There's no promises. We're not giving away free tickets, nothing, because it's too valuable to give away. But if you have an ounce of entrepreneurship inside of you, I expect to see you there. Peace.